screen again. Hmm. So, Kiran, would you be able to read the current situation and the desired outcome a couple of more times? Just read it in your head so that we are back in the flow.
Done.
Done? All right. So, let's say today while we are working, right, in the night you'll go off to sleep, and while you're
Yeah.
sleeping, a miracle takes place. All of a sudden, all this anxiety has gone away completely. Now, the problem is that the problem got resolved while you were sleeping. So, actually, you don't know that the problem is resolved. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, what will you notice around you, which will be the proof that the problem is resolved? How would you know that the problem is completely resolved?
I'm feeling all chirpy, excited, and I'm doing a little uh, some uh, things related to me. Uh, Probably doing some quick online shopping. Uh, I love buying bags and my chappals, so probably I'm purchasing those things and watches too. So do that, and yeah, and I'm able to. I'm a total chai person, so in the morning when I'm having the chai, I do not have the tension. I can peacefully sit with my cup of chai and take my own time to finish it. And if I want to have some more, also, I am not, you know, in that thing that I have to quickly finish because I have to, do exercise.
I lost you in the end. Can you repeat this again? I'm peacefully sitting with my cup of tea.
And I, even if I want to take a little longer, it will not stress me because of the further task and activities that I need to complete.
Okay. Now, for all of you, when you read this, do you notice there are certain places where things are a bit unclear? So, I'm going to ask her questions to make it a bit more clear. So, Kiran, when you say I'm feeling all chirpy and excited, doing things related to me, can you give me examples of things that you are doing for yourself? Or is the online shopping a part of that?
Online shopping is definitely a part of it. Apart from that, uh, a quick when I have to get on to work, that whole dressing up bit, getting into that whole zone where I know I need to, I'm more excited to dress up, and I'm getting all the all my, maybe all the special edition clothes that I would keep, and taking more interest in like ironing things that need to be ironed, and um, thinking about how I would make my hair, and those, mainly those two things. Considering now we are in lockdown, these things are a little low, not really uh, happening often. So yeah, this is how I would identify that.
Okay. When you say I feel chirpy and excited doing things related to me, can you describe chirpy and excited to me? If I were to see you in the morning doing all of these things, what will I see that will make me realize you're chirpy and excited? What will be the proof?
I will be talking too much. I would be talking senseless things, and you wouldn't find it to be a mature conversation. And mm, I would be checking WhatsApp. doing some, the cute, irritating, troubling things to my mom. Like she can't get angry with me, but I'm troubling her, kind of a thing. Like harmless teasing her around and those kind of things.
To my mom, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And anything else?
No, I can't think of anything else.
All right. And could you describe your body language to me? So when I see you, what will your like body language be? Expression on your face or all of that?
I would be smiling, and my glasses may not be on, and
My glasses may not be on, right?
yeah, yeah. There would be more hand movements. The voice, the tone of my voice would be a little more higher, would be louder.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, what will be the proof that you have bought certain things online?
Confirmation message is Amazon. Your order has been placed. And the card being swiped, those messages. Bank. Messages.
Okay. Uh, when you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you will be doing?
I will be finding my glasses, putting them on.
Hmm. Next.
And go give a hug to my mom. Should I continue?
Yeah, continue.
Okay. Put my phone on charging.
Hmm.
Then go brush. Drink some water. Get the cup of tea that has already been ready, that is already ready from the kitchen. And slowly sip it with my phone in my hand.
Now, when I see you in the morning, when you wake up, you find your glasses and you put them on. What would I see that will make me realize that you are waking up on a morning where you are completely free from anxiety?
Hmm.
It's almost like you are narrating a video to me about yourself waking up in the morning uh, with no anxiety at all.
That's hard to think actually.
Take a moment. Again, you could tell me in terms of your body language, the speed at which you're getting down from the bed, or all of those things.
So, so on a day that I'm not feeling anxious, I will not laze around in my bed. After I have like woken up, I know it's morning. I I would immediately just get up, wear my glasses, and do what I said.
Perfect. Get up means immediately get up.
Get out of bed.
Okay. Perfect. What next after this? So you have been able to sit, have that slow sip of your tea with your phone in your hand. Next after this?
I start listing all the things that I need to do in the day. And then I get my clothes out and I get ready to go for a shower and freshen up, or get ready to come to start doing whatever I have planned. And ये सब करते करते whenever मन पड़े another cup of tea.
Okay. And would you be able to kind of picturize the entire, the way you are kind of taking out the clothes and the way you are getting ready, the speed at which you are doing those things, right? All right. So for all of you, is this clear what we are doing? Is the idea clear of how we are, matlab, how we get into details and what kind of questions do we ask?
I just have one doubt.
Hmm.
So, if in case it's not about anxiety, it is about something else. So, do you ask them when they wake up? Like, suppose if it's about frustration or irritation or something like that. So, do we tell them to describe that situation, or do we start from like their morning?
You start from the
routine?
morning. You literally want
Acha.
them to give you the narration of the entire day from the morning to the end. Because see what happens is, many a times clients will tell you this कि while irritation तो दोपहर में होता है, बहुत सी बार सुबह उठते वक्त भी हमको पता होता है कि ना आज फिर उसकी शक्ल देखनी पड़ेगी. So in most cases, the fact that the client is coming to you for an emotional issue, that emotion, that issue is at the back of their mind during the day any which way. So you want them to tell you that they are so free from it that it's no longer even a part of their thinking process. Right? And if it's coaching, in coaching any which ways, the client will have to tell you about what they will do during the day, which is actually their new routine, which is helping them achieve the outcome, which has helped them achieve the outcome in the past. So they will again have to begin from the day, from the morning. Is this
Okay,
clear?
I understood that. Yeah, that's clear. I want to know one more thing. And like, suppose if it's something like confidence or something which is very short-lived. I mean, it's not confidence in life general. Like, suppose public speaking. So, confidence in the area of public speaking. So, like, do we again describe the routine from the morning
So
on a day
from
when you have public
correct.
speaking?
So correct. So on the day on which you are public speaking, that day from the beginning.
Okay.
Right. So not a general. So right now, what I'm asking her is a general day in her life in future, because the problem is whatever it is there across all the days. मतलब ऐसा नहीं है कि stage की जिस दिन stage पे जाना होता है उसी दिन होता है. This could happen any day. So I'm taking a
This is
general day.
generalized anxiety.
Correct. So we are taking a general day where this happens. If it was stage related, I would have taken on the day on which you have to go and present on a stage. When you wake up. Continue.
Okay. So basically, first you tell the client to describe this thing, then you expand into it, like from you connect the I am, like what will you do when you wake up, and then what will you do when I see you? How will that translate from a
Correct.
second person perspective?
Correct. So your first question to the client is, in future, let's say this problem is resolved while you were sleeping. When you wake up,
Okay.
what will you notice that will tell you that the problem is resolved?
Right. First,
That
let
gives,
them put their thoughts out.
Correct. So that gives you an opportunity to have them talk about something. And then that you can connect it back to everything else that you want to do. Okay, now that you've told me this, let's start from the beginning. When you wake up, what will happen?
Right.
Right. A couple of other questions that you will ask the client is, so Kiran, who will notice these changes in your life?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Me,
Huh.
my colleagues, or my parents, and my colleagues. Close colleagues.
When you say close colleagues, do you have the names of certain people in your mind? You don't have to tell me the names, but can you like think of the names?
Yeah.
And how many of them would be there in terms of numbers?
6 of them.
Okay. When I'm working with a client, I may ask the client, can you tell me the names? If the client is not comfortable sharing the names, I would tell the client, can you give me like A, B, C, D, E, F, ऐसे करके 5-6 letters so that we can place them over there. कि अच्छा ये 6 people are there. Right? So this is another thing. You can ask the client for details. If the client says, I know it in my head, but I would not like to verbalize it to you for whatever reason, tell them, give me a placeholder. Okay. This I don't know if you know.
Give me a what?
Give me a placeholder that we can kind of A, B, C, D or 1, 2, 3, 4, so that I know that in your head you have these 6 people and you've connected these 6 people with these 6 things. It could be letters, it could be numbers, it could be anything. So the client may say it will be colleague A, colleague B, colleague C, colleague D. And I'll ask them, can you think of who A will be, who B will be, who C will be, who D will be? Client says yes. I say good enough. So this is one of the other things about what we are doing. While we ask the client for a lot of details, the details are all such the client is comfortable sharing. Right? So if you notice when you did the breakdown cycle, there may be places where a client has had a, so let's say you're working in an office. You have a subordinate who's coming to you for a problem and you're acting as their coach. You ask the subordinate, what would you like to work with? And the subordinate says, मुझे गुस्सा है पर मैं आपको बता नहीं सकता किसके ऊपर है. Because they are also concerned you're in the same company and then, right? You don't need to know who they have a problem with. You can actually run through the process without having any details about names, about any major जहाँ पे confidentiality आती है. All of those things you can actually tell the client, if you would not like to share it with me, that's okay as long as you know it. And that makes the client even more comfortable. Is this clear? Yes, no?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Perfect. Now,
I just have one doubt though.
बोलिए.
Like suppose in any other negative emotions, if you know the client as such, suppose your client says, I want to work with some emotion, but I do not want to tell you what exactly is the emotion. Can you work with that?
Yeah, that's okay. My point is, so when you're working with emotions, when you go into level 3 and level 4, this is the way we work. The question is, one emotion, multiple emotions.
Okay.
Client says 3-4 अलग-अलग emotions हैं. Towards some person or situation. Towards people. One person, multiple people. Multiple people. This is good enough for me to work with them. I don't need to know what the emotion is. I don't need to know with whom it is. It's actually connecting back to flip. Notice what we are doing is whether there is one, if is the problem related to self, others, or situation. Right? And then you are looking at whether there is one situation, one person, or multiple situation, multiple person.
Right.
And that's a good enough information for you to have. When we do, when you choose the techniques for working with intense negative emotion, this becomes a reference point. Number of situations, number of people, number of emotions.
Okay.
All right. So are we good till here?
Yeah.
Now, the next question I'll ask Kiran is, how would you know that your parents and your colleagues have noticed this? What would they tell you something? Would they do something which will be a proof that they have noticed it?
My mom will point it out more to me by indulging in the same harmless things that I do. So I know, like, she's fit on to it. And my colleagues would verbalize it by asking me, and like, what's up with me today? And the most popular sentence being, which side of the bed did you get up today?
Okay. Are you noticing I'm not adding or subtracting anything? I'm writing verbatim what she's telling me.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Is the idea clear till here? I sent you a booklet on the group which has soft key questions. It's kind of every question that you will ask for, or yeah, all the questions that you can ask for each of these steps. Just go through it once to have a hang of it. You don't have to use all of them with the clients. Some questions are like simply repetitions in different ways, because at times you use one question, the client is not able to understand, so you need to have alternate ways of asking the same questions again. The three things that I keep in mind when I'm working with clients is, first, a day in the future, and I want them to give the narration of the day. Second, whenever the client has given me the narration, wherever I think the image is not completely clear, there are some missing links or there are vague references the client has made, I would ask the client, what will be the proof for this? Keep asking for proof. The client says, I'll go for a vacation. What will be the proof for this? Like for shopping, I asked her, how would you know that you have shopped? What is the proof? Now, messages on my phone is a good proof that I've bought something. Similarly, I have a ticket in my email is a good proof that I've booked a vacation. Right? So ask for proof everywhere.
So basically, it should be a visual proof, not something like I went for the vacation and I am at the vacation, so that is proof.
So visual and auditory. So it will either be what I see or what I hear. Seeing ke andar it can be photograph, for example, vacation. It can be photographs. It can be like I've posted on Facebook. So Facebook पे लोगों ने comments किए. I can read those comments over there. Or it could also be that I can see ticket in my email ID. But some proof that this has happened, not just when it's happening. In retrospect, when you look back, you know this happened.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, what you will hear, my parents tell me कि अच्छा इस बार कहाँ पे लेके जा रहा vacation पे. So इतने अच्छे से पूछ रहे मतलब पहले मैं लेके गया हूँ उनको.
हाँ. Okay.
So the focus is more on what you can see and what you can hear to begin with. Is this clear for all of us?
Yes, it is.
Cool. So I'm going to create a breakout rooms again. You will do this 15 minutes per person for now, so that you can have a hang of the questions and everything. The homework today is to go through the soft seeker questions completely and see if you have any questions about that, which you can ask me tomorrow. And then we'll complete this process after that. Also, your homework is to complete the future, whatever you're writing. So this is the way I work in the first session. You start with the problem statement, the outcome statement, ask them to describe the future. Write 2 pages of future with the client where you are typing it and the client is narrating it. Save the document, send it to the client and tell the client, now, before you come for the next session, add at least 2 more pages to this.
But is this like just a day in their life, or we are looking at general future?
This will begin the day in the life, and then you will go into general future also.
Yeah, because I'm not expecting someone to shop every day, so that could be a bit
No,
challenging.
correct. So see, the idea is not necessarily about every day. The idea is on the day on which these problems are resolved. On that day, what will you be doing?
Or the day after that.
Or the day after that. Correct.
Okay, so first we start with the day after the apocalypse of good things, and then we look into seeing generally how they are planning to have a set new routine. Okay.
Perfect. All right. The next thing that we do from here is, so there are a couple of ways in which you can take future. One way we did it now, which was about asking the client to tell you what would the day be like in future. In some cases, you would notice the client finds it difficult to give you that answer to begin with, right? So you need to have an alternative ready. The alternate is what I'm doing right now. Kiran, are you there? Okay, so let Kiran join.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I share the screen? Were you able to add more to this yesterday, Kiran?
I had a tough time thinking about it.
Okay, so now this
easy to go into the more minute details. Somewhere I was thinking it's just the way I would do it. Like, that thing was stopping me from really getting into it completely.
Okay, so that's one thing that can happen with the client. Though yesterday when you noticed, and that's where your questioning comes in. When we were working, Kiran was actually able to give us details quite easily. Did you notice that?
Yes.
So Kiran, what I need you to tell me is, now that we know a day in the future in your life, right? Tell me 5 things that you think would change majorly. 5 major things that would change in your life once you're able to remain calm about taking care of yourself.
My state of mind, that would drastically change.
And what will change in the state of mind?
It would be more relaxed and focused.
Okay.
My sleep pattern would change. I would have more peaceful sleep.
Anything else about sleep?
I would feel more fresher when I woke up the next day.
Okay.
And probably my appetite would get better because it sucks at the moment.
So probably, or are you sure that it will get some, at least
Very
some
sure in that sense. But I know that's one thing that is really gone for a toss now. And it is impacting my physical health in a way. So I'm assuming it would get better if I would sleep well, if I would be relaxed. So I would probably eat better. That's what I feel.
Perfect. And that's an aim, Vesavi, that you would like to have, right? Eat better.
Yeah, in a way, yes.
What else?
I can't really think of anything else.
Give it 2 more minutes, 3 more minutes. See if something comes to your mind. Are there things in future that you would be doing that you are not doing right now once you are more calm about taking care of yourself?
I guess in that sense, cooking a little more often, because that's one concern that my mom has. शादी के बाद क्या करेगी वाला type. So if I am more relaxed, probably I can also focus on that thing.
Okay.
Also, maybe I would procrastinate a little less.
Perfect. Now, so since she has already given us a day in the future, though I'll probably want to work on the day in the future a bit more extensively, right? But because the client has already given the day in the future, I would stick with 5 things that will change. If the client would not have been able to give me a day in the future, then after these 5 things, I would have asked her, can you think of 5 more? Is that clear for all of you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So Kiran, now when you say that my state of mind will be more relaxed and focused, can you tell me how would someone know that your state of mind is more focused and relaxed? What will be the proof for it?
Mm. I would.
Or what are the things that you will be able to focus more on and be relaxed about?
My work schedule would be a little more spaced, so I would be spending a little more time with my family and close friends.
And what will be the proof that your work schedule is more spaced out? Or what would the new work schedule look like?
Uh, 5 hours in college and around two uh, two sessions. If at all I have to schedule, then not more than 2 in a day.
Okay. Would you like to have 2 sessions every day?
Now that's something to think of.
Give yourself.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. And what will be the proof that you are having 2 sessions every day?
It will reflect on my calendar.
When you said spending more time with my family and close friends, how much more time do you plan to?
Say um, around 1-2 hours more, I guess, based on everybody's schedule.
So in a day, approximately how much time would you like to spend with your family and friends?
Good 3-4 hours where I am focused with them.
Okay. And what would you be doing in these 3-4 hours that you're spending time with your family and friends?
Gossiping and mainly gossiping and catching.
When you start spending more time with your family and friends, would they notice this?
Yes,
And what would they tell you?
that after long we have been able to talk like that, or for once I am trying able to keep myself away from work and just be around.
And who would say this?
This everybody would say, like my friends and my family.
And you know in your mind who those friends and family members would be, right?
Yeah.
Is this the exact thing that they would say? Would you like to change anything in it?
Mm, not really per se, this only.
Hmm?
This only.
This only, right?
The way.
Perfect. Really. Anything else that comes to your mind with respect to, okay, and the situations will be more relaxed? People, situation,
Yeah.
the same areas?
Same areas.
Okay, perfect. You mentioned sleep pattern, right? What will be the new sleep pattern like?
Say, sleeping around like into sleep by around 12 and comfortably wake up between 6 and 7.
Uh,
And
when you're
non-broken. It will be non-broken sleep.
what will be the opposite? What will be the other word for non-broken?
Continuous.
Okay. When you wake up in the morning, what will you tell yourself, or what will be the thoughts in your head which will make you realize that you have had a continuous sleep?
I would tell myself, wow, finally. It feels good.
Uh, would a better sleep pattern influence anything else in your life?
Mm, mm, Not as such.
Not as such. Okay. Anything else about sleep that you can add?
No.
My appetite is going to be better. What would your new appetite be like?
Mhm. Comfortably eating at least one chapati. Without getting bored while I'm eating.
So what would be the opposite of bored?
More engaged, focused while on my meal.
One chapati, how many times a day?
At least one meal a day.
And ideally, how much would you like to have? What will be the ideal appetite?
1.5 chapatis every meal. So for lunch and for dinner.
As your appetite improves, would that influence anything else in your life?
I would feel a little more energetic physically. And my mother wouldn't be worried about it.
And how do you know that your mother is not worried about it now?
She would tell me, like, at least I'm eating how much I ate earlier.
Anything else that she would tell you? That will be a sign that she's no longer worried.
She would also, like, I would be able to see her relaxed or a happy tone in her voice when she tells me this. That's how I would or when she just talks about food, rather, like, for memes and
Any other influence?
no.
Okay. Is the idea clear for all of you what we are doing? So I asked her to give me 5 things. When she told me the 5 things, I just wrote it down. And then we again went into specifics of each of them.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm leaving 4 and 5 so that while you're practicing with Sanya, you can practice this. Or with yourself, then 5 things that will change. How would all this change? Influence other areas of your life. Health, finance, career, relationship, social life, personal growth, others. Everything that we've written above, when that happens, how would that influence your health overall?
I'll be more physically and mentally more fit. It may impact my immune system also, where it would get better.
And what will be the proof that you are physically and mentally more fit and that your immune system is better?
My allergies would get, I wouldn't have to probably, be under that whole constant medical care because of it. And the restrictions I face on in terms of how I need to eat and the kind of food I eat, that would reduce. My sinuses wouldn't ditch me all the time and make me sneeze all over the place.
My sinus will not.
Uh, my sinus will not ditch me and every time make me sneeze everywhere.
So when you're not under constant medical care, what would you be doing?
I would be able to ignore all the doctors I don't want to see, and probably my contact list won't have them, marked as the most prominent calls probably, and I'll be enjoying.
So when you say I will be able to ignore all the doctors I don't want to see, what would you be doing during that time when you're not seeing the doctors? And what will be the proof that you have had to see less of or no doctors?
When I'm not seeing them, probably I'll be able to, with my own experience, tell others as to how they can deal with it effectively and the impact that stress can also have on physical health. And how will I know that I'm not meeting them? Again, it will not be put in as a reminder on my phone. I will have less of those reminders.
So the reminders are on your calendar or are they on some other?
On my calendar. So they're just marked in a different color, so that color would reduce on my
So
calendar.
which color would that be?
Yellow. Yellow.
And what will be the color that will be there on the calendar more?
Green and purple.
Okay. You notice the restriction I face regarding what I eat and how I eat will reduce. What will you be eating that you're not able to eat right now?
Uh, Sweet, just sugar, and any kind of chocolate that I want to eat.
And once you eat the sweet or the chocolate, uh, what would be the feeling that you would have that is a sign that you're free from those restrictions?
I wouldn't develop my allergy, so that in itself would be the indication.
Okay. And if you don't develop that allergy, what would you be feeling?
I will be like, yes, it worked. And I don't need to experiment further with, the kind of food I'm eating. I don't have to have that back of my mind. Oh shit, what if I ate something wrong?
So when you're eating, what would be there in your mind instead of this?
I can eat what I want.
When you say eat sweets and chocolates, how frequently or infrequently would you like to eat?
It's actually very variable, just on the mood. It's not that we always want to have it, but just that I don't want to think about it anymore.
Okay. And when you have it, at what point would you say that you would still want to stop? So I can have sweets and chocolates whenever I want, but what would be the quantity beyond which you will say, "Kya, bas iske baad I think I would stop."
Just one piece or uh, one small portion of whatever I'm having.
And after the small portion, how would you feel? That will help you stop.
I would feel full, content.
Perfect. Anyone who would notice these changes in your health?
My mom and a close friend.
Okay. So this is clear, right? So now whatever we did with the previous sequence, that we took the description and then we built upon it. That's exactly what we are doing with each of these areas as well. In this future, are there any other actions that you will be doing that you're not able to do right now? You've mentioned about eating food, sweets and chocolates. That's one. You've also spoken about spending time with your family more. Anything else that comes to your mind that I would also do this as a result of being able to achieve all the above things?
Not really.
Okay. So before we go there, can you give me in one line how would it influence your finances?
I would be able to take up a little more assignments, and hence it would reflect for the better in my bank account.
What would you be doing with this increased income?
Saving it.
And apart from saving, anything else that you will be doing?
Not thought about it, so nothing on mind.
Maybe a couple of things that you feel if I have an increased income, these are a couple of things that I will do.
Plan my international solo trip. was the corona government exam.
Yes. Okay. In one line, impact on career.
Skills are improving.
And what would these skills be?
Sorry?
What would these skills be that are improving? If you could name a couple of skills.
Just generally the counseling skills.
Apart from that, any other skill that you would have developed in future?
Cooking. Cooking. Cooking skills.
Cooking.
Yeah, that's what I can think of.
Okay. So as you go deeper into each of the areas, you will notice more actions being reflected over there because हर area के अंदर कुछ ना कुछ actions आएगा. So saving more money is an action. In taking up more assignments is an action. Planning an international solo trip is an action. Booking the trip is also an action. So when you are coming over here in the next category, what you want to check is ऊपर already actions mentioned है कि नहीं है. अगर mentioned है, then you can skip this. अगर नहीं है, then separately ask the client, are there any other actions that you can think of that you will do in future that you are not able to do today? Same applies to skills. If the client has mentioned the skills above, then you can just ask any other skills that you think you will develop in future. Right? If they have not mentioned, then ask them what skills they would develop. Skills and capabilities. Okay. And once you have achieved this future completely, how would you be feeling?
Good.
Can you describe that good feeling? What would the right word be for that good feeling? And imagine you have achieved all of this.
Elated.
Okay. Anything else that comes to your mind in terms of feeling?
Satisfied.
Good. Are we good till here, all of us? So this is your complete future. A day in the future, 5 things that will change, plus 5 more things if the day has not been given to you. Then how would it impact the other areas of life? And what would be the actions in future, the skills and capabilities in future, and how would you feel emotionally in future? In all of these cases, you're following the same principle. You ask the client to list down few things and then you elaborate it further. Any questions that any of you have? Yes or no?
No.
All of us are good till here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The no
Perfect.
was for the previous question.
हाँ वापस से बोलेंगे सचिन?
I said the no was for the previous question, so no questions.
Okay, brilliant, good. You will realize it's actually not too difficult to get 4 pages from the client because there are so many things to talk about कि 4 pages तो वैसे भी फटाफट हो जाते हैं. मतलब if you were to just look at what we have done right now, this is without the homework because the client will also be given homework कि अच्छा अभी हमने इतना कर लिया है. So like I stopped over here, I would tell her now you understand what we are doing. The client says yes. I'll tell the client go back home and complete the other things that we have not done. Add more details to the list. So now do you realize that A4 size के 4 pages तो फटाफट हो जाएंगे?
Yes.